It is time to set up my bullet journal for 2024. I have been waiting to do this video, but I didn't have a chance to do it before, but I'm super excited to be here. This is a Leuchtturm 1917. The size is A5 and it has this beautiful deep forest green color. And it kind of sucks that the camera doesn't really show how beautiful this shade of green is, but this is going to be my first bullet journal for 2024. I expect to go through 2 notebooks in the year. As I did in 2023, I worked with 2 Stellogy notebooks, and this is going to be the face of my new bullet journal. So I'm very excited. Let's see. I'm leaving the first page for a printout of my lunar calendar because I like having that kind of reference. These are going to be my goals and vision board for 2024, and this is where I'm going to have my future log. My lunar calendar, so very happy with this. I will link this Etsy shop in the description below. So this is where I'm going to have my vision board. Usually I print out pictures. I kind of use the pictures I print more like a mood board for the year. But yeah, I need to print all of them. I only have some of them. I want to finish decorating my kids' bedroom, for example. Yeah, I need to print the rest of them, but this is where I add some pictures, kind of like a mood board for the year. and write down things that I would like to see happen during the year. Now for the last touch, my postcard, which is going to be the face of my journal. I'm using double-sided tape. I used to add my postcards with, what's it called? Washi tape. so that I could remove them if I felt like removing them. But I have kept my old journals with the same postcard because now they belong with my journal. So yeah, I don't think I'm going to remove it. And if I ever feel like removing it, I think I could. It may damage the cover of the notebook, maybe peel a little bit, but it could still be usable. I care more about this being very secured in here. There it is. How beautiful is she? Okay, so this is the cover of my journal for 2024. Then we have the index, the lunar calendar, my vision for 2024. I need to either print some pictures or just write down. But for this, I think I need to sit down with some relaxing music or a movie and figure out what would make sense for me in here. And then in July, I will re-examine my goals for the year, see if they are still something I want to work on for the second half of the year, and drop the things that are no longer relevant or maybe that I achieved, hopefully. This is my future log. I'm going to use it the same way I did in 2023. The top portion is for, well, no, some changes. Let me find the previous one. I used the top portion for kind of vision planning, what I would like to happen on any given month, what I would like to ideally get done on any given month, and if it was possible, I would get it done. I did have some appointments and dates that I later on added into my monthly planning page, but for the most part, this was kind of goal planning. I used the bottom portion to track down when was the last time for example, a haircut, a doctor's appointment with my kid's pediatrician, that sort of thing. And I color code. I know these two have to do with my personal wellness. Baby blue has to do with my kid. The pink has to do with beauty. Like maybe I think this was a facial. Yes, this was a facial. And gray is for just random things, payments, things like that. So I really like that. This year, I think I'm going to keep it the same. The top part is going to be for dated things and vision planning, and the bottom part, I also want to add, because I have plenty of space in here, I want to add milestones I had during the month. So maybe have a portion for milestones and the bottom part for things that I want to keep a record of. So I always like to leave things kind of open, and I see as I start working with my notebook what makes sense, what feels comfortable. Yeah, so for now I think that's how I'm going to use it. So first half of the year, second half of the year. Then this is going to be my wellness log. I just like keeping track of, this is kind of like when was the last time but keep this mostly for my dentist appointments, checkups with my gynecologists, and also my kids' wellness. But I don't want these things to get me lost with all the planning, life. I want to have a spread where I can easily find the dates of those appointments. I may just default to this view and not use it, but as I was working with this one and the one I used for the first half of the year, I felt like I wanted to have all that wellness information in one spread, instead of having to sort through the dates. I don't know. I just, during the year, I felt it would be nice to have only this kind of spread only for wellness. But as the year progresses, I guess I'll figure out if this makes sense, or it may very well go unused. This is the cover for the year. I'm very happy with the way this turned out. Then I have January. I did this line longer than I had to, but it's perfectly fine. Unlike 2023, right now I don't feel like adding any decoration or art, which is odd. At least for 2023 and most of 2022, that's something that got me very inspired and excited planning the theme for the month. But right now maybe I'm just overwhelmed with closing the year, things I had to finish this week in my job, some personal projects, family life. I really feel a little overwhelmed with the things I have on my plate. And maybe my not feeling like having art or like thinking what to do for a theme is a reflection of that, and that's perfectly fine. Maybe in February I will feel like adding some art and I don't know, some little illustrations as monthly themes. Right now I feel like this is all I need, and I don't want to add anything else. Right now this feels perfect. So this is the month for January. Then I have space for February, March, April, May, and June. This was something that it did excite me. You know, when I thought about working with this notebook, I was pretty excited about 2024 being the year of the dragon. It's not something I particularly celebrate. I guess Hobonichi got me into the zodiac signs with their zodiac covers. First with the tiger. I didn't buy that one. I regret not buying that one. The bunnies, I have it and I love it. Then for the year of the dragon, they released seahorses, and I felt betrayed because seahorses are not dragons, even if they call them tiny dragons. I mean, no. So I decided to have my own dragon, and I went with kind of a mix of Mexican mythology and dragons, because if you're familiar with Mexican mythology, we have this, we call it Quetzalcoatl, which is the feathered serpent. It's a god, a Mayan and Aztec god. And I mean, if you look at the illustration, it's pretty much a dragon. I mean, this is closer to a dragon than the tiny horses that Hobonichi did. So I did Quetzalcoatl, and well, I tried to do Quetzalcoatl, and I tried to reflect, like, you know, it's a feathered serpent. Not sure how much it's is looking like that, but I'm very happy with this. I'm proud. And right now I don't feel like adding any color. I like this just I guess black and white theme or going on in here. That may change. Maybe as I start working with my notebook, I may feel like adding some color here and there. For now, I'm happy with this, and yeah, I'm very happy with my feathered serpent, my Mexican version of a dragon, or native Mexican version of a dragon. And I haven't properly done trackers in a long time. They worked very well for me. I think it was in 2020 or 2019. And ever since then, I haven't been able to keep up with any kind of tracker. Well, maybe just the little ones I do in my weeklies. But as I haven't been sleeping well, I decided to try again and kind of figure out what's going on. This month I started working with these moon cycles. I think they are from Planning This Life. I will link her in the description below. I really love the way she does her period tracking with one of these charts. This is kind of my cover for January. Again, in previous years I used to have something like this, lots of stickers and a big sign for the month. But right now I feel like I need to make things as simple as possible, and if I feel like building up from what I have going on here, that would be awesome. If not, here I have everything I need. These are my weeklies, not too different from what I was doing for the most part, or the second half of this year, really. I use the top section for appointments and events, and the bottom part for my to-dos. So this is where I have been looking mostly at my to-do list, and I have been using most of the pages here for journaling and thoughts, notes, all of that. So I decided this year to give myself the freedom to be more playful with my bullet journal, less structured, and just, you know, take my pen to paper wherever it feels right and it makes sense to me, and just enjoy the process. So I set up my weeks. I have been very consistent with them this December in here. Yeah, I have been pretty consistent with them. I'm very happy. And oh, I missed this. Oh man, I like having my little calendar. I completely forgot about that. We'll see. If I miss it too much, I'll add it for February, or maybe a small one over here, or even these ones. I had my trackers over here. In this one, I don't have any trackers. So if I feel like I miss this little calendar too much, I will put my calendar over here and drop my weekly trackers. I mean, or have it over here. I mean, the whole point of this is to use it however I see fit. Okay, so here are the 4 weeks of January, and then my dailies will start here. I'm still debating if I still want a budget spread. I didn't really use it in November and December. I'm wondering if I should not give up and try again in January. Although I strongly doubt that I will use it in January, as I have a trip coming up. And maybe when I come back from my trip, I'll go back to my budget. So maybe this is where I will start my dailies. Again, I think I need to sit down with my planner and start, start writing in here and playing with it and have fun with my planner to see what really feels right and how I want to use it. And sometimes that happens. Sometimes right from the start, I know how I want to use it, and I'm just ready to start working with my notebook, and I have a very clear idea of how I want to plan in my bullet journal. Right now, it has happened before, I feel like I just need to start, getting adjusted to this new notebook. Just enjoy the process of expressing myself in these pages, and go with the flow. I will get back to you on any coming changes. Oh, I had a name for this one. I think for the first time I decided to name my journal. Okay. Circe. That's the name of my journal. Oh, I like it. Okay, I'm getting in the mood now. Yeah, I need to play with my notebook. I need to start writing in here and just have fun with my notebook. I have this is going to be for my dailies. So here. This one will go with my weekly, and this with my monthly. Nice. So I hope this video was useful for you. If you have any questions, thoughts, ideas, recommendations, I love hearing back from you. So have fun in the comment section below, and I'll see you in the next one.